Hello everyone, my name is Svetlana Mucha, I'm the founder and the leading matchmaker at Diolli.com, and I want to discuss with you a really tricky topic. I want to talk about dating single mothers. And I know that this topic is quite controversial, and there are men who will tell that, oh, I don't want to date a single mother because I don't want to invest my time and resources into bringing up other men's children. And well, you can understand their logic, and trust me, if the situation is vice versa, for example, we get a client who is a single father and his kids live with him, sometimes I hear the same statements from women that I don't want to raise other women's children, so I don't want to date him. And well, people have a right for their opinion. They can look for what they think suit them best, but I want to share with you my opinion that I based on almost 15 years of practical experience in introducing singles and getting their feedback after the date. A lot depends on the age group you represent. Of course, if we are talking about the gentleman who is 27 or, for example, 33 years old, there will be plenty of women who, just like him, have never been married and they don't have kids of their own, and they can start from the clean page, from the new page together, and build a family from scratch. But if we are talking about a man who is, for example, 45 or 52 years old, what are his real chances to build a lasting, serious relationship with a lady who, just like him, has never been married and doesn't have kids? Okay, let's assume we have a man who is 52 or 47 and he has never been married, he doesn't have children, and he wants to get married and wants to have children. And of course, very often men tell that I want to meet someone in her 20s because that's the best age to have babies. We're not talking about such crazy scenarios right now, because, well, if you are like 52 or 47, ladies in their 20s, they are not looking for you unless you are very affluent, in a sense that you're rich, famous, really good looking, you're a Jared Leto or a Leo DiCaprio, even though the rumor has it Leo actually dates men, and all these models younger than 25 years old, they are just friends. Well, who knows? So if we are talking about a 52 or 47 years old man who wants to date a younger woman, late 30s or early 40s, and he wants to have children, the amount of ladies in their late 30s, early 40s who wants to have kids and who want to date older men, it already will be limited, because if she's 37 and she wants to have kids, pretty much she will be looking for someone up till 45. Sometimes even such ladies are looking for a younger man. I find it a little bit ridiculous, because usually these younger men are not looking for her type. But if she's 37, realistically she can date a man up till 45. They can have their babies happily ever after, and the age difference of like 5-7 years, it's not that big, and usually it works really well when the gentleman is like 5-7 years older. But if we're talking about a man who is 47 or 52, so the age difference is already 10 years and up, there will be not so many women who would be open for such a big age difference, especially if she doesn't have kids of her own. So this man who is 52, he already wants to date a woman who is 37 and who agrees for such a big age difference, because everything like that is larger than 10 years, an age difference that is bigger than 10 years, it's big and it's not for everyone, and it will have lots of disadvantages, not just the advantages men think about, that she is younger, that she is attractive. So we have this limited pool of ladies in their late 30s who are, let's say, open, or they can consider dating a man who is 10 years older. Okay, and now we have to look inside this limited pool for ladies who can find this man attractive, despite the fact that he is 10 years older. Because, well, at 52, different men can look really good for their age, okay for their age, not good for their age. They have to share similar values, they have to have at least some hobbies in common, and they have to be both on the same page about money, religion, politics, about different aspects, how to spend free time, how to raise those kids. For example, should a lady continue with her career, or should she take a maternity leave, become a housewife, etc. So many aspects. And the chances to find such a woman, they are quite slim, because there is competition, and if she is attractive, if she is sweet, she is smart, she is 37, there will be men her age, men 3-5 years older, men who are like 7 years older who would be still paying attention on her and who will try to get her attention. So these 52 or 47 years old guys, they forget about competition, that they will actually have to compete for the heart of such a woman. And also very often men forget that if he is still single, he is for example 52 and he is still single, or he is 47 and he never actually had a lasting serious relationship, he has never been married, well, it very often means that he doesn't have this experience. And the fact that the lady has been married, for example, she is 37 and divorced, her experience of marriage and divorce, it can be actually beneficial for their relationship, because she can be more mature, she can have very realistic attitude about relationship, about gender roles, about romance, and guys don't forget about it. Okay, she's 37 and she has never been married. Why? She's attractive, so obviously men wanted to date her. There can be numerous reasons. Well, there can be quite a standard scenario. She was really busy with getting her degree, getting a job, and she can be career focused. Well, people sometimes do change their mind, and now at 37 she feels ready to start a family, to have children, because like 10 years ago or 5 years ago she was not ready because she was busy with all these projects. Sometimes it's just a whim and she thinks that now she's ready to settle down, to have kids and to get married, when in reality, once she feels that a relationship is actually getting serious, she can feel this cold feet and she can back out of it because she feels that, okay, her career is jeopardized and she wants more space and things are getting serious and it looks like this man wants to propose and she doesn't want that. Things like that, they happen. Or for example, she's 37 and never married with no kids because she has totally unrealistic expectations about love. She romanticizes love way too much. She wants these butterflies in the stomach and she wants to receive your full attention, in a sense that she believes that once you are in a relationship you have to spend all your time together. She's very jealous, or she wants this confirmation how beautiful she is, how hot she is, so she can be needy. So usually when people are in their late 30s, like early 40s, 50s, and they have never been married and they never had a serious lasting relationship, there usually are reasons. I'm not trying to tell you right now that if she has never been married or you have never been married, there is something wrong with you. Scenarios can be different, but if we dig deeper, usually there is a reason. Sometimes people are just picky. She is 37 and she believes that she should date someone who is very attractive, very handsome, very rich, very romantic, very witty, very this and that, because she's all those qualities. I have met ladies like that. There are many ladies like that, actually. A few weeks ago, I was meeting with my ex-female client. She is now happily married to our male client, ex-male client, and they live in the United States. And this is one of my favorite couples. I have been to their wedding, they have been to my wedding, and we are friends. After we were done with the contract, we became close friends. And the lady, when she has actually met our client, she was 37, divorced with an 11 years old daughter from her previous marriage, and her husband, he is 11 years older, so he was 48, never married, with no kids, and they had 2 more kids together. And their youngest daughter, she is, I think, 2. They had her when our female client was 40 and our male client just turned 51. So they have 3 kids in total, and the daughter, her daughter from the first marriage, she is moving to college next year, and 2 toddlers in the house, so a beautiful couple. When you are looking for a lady and you want to start a relationship and you want to have kids, you have to be looking for a person with similar values, similar long-term goals. And if you are in your late 40s, early 50s, I can't advise you to neglect single mothers. Many men think that it will make things easier. He doesn't want to have to deal with the baby daddy and he wants to start it fresh. Well, you should have think about it when you were in your 30s. When you were in your 30s, there were plenty of women your age, younger, who were on the same position. But now when you are in your 50s, first of all, you have to be looking for a lady who can choose you back for all the right reasons. For a lady who shares your values, who shares your your long-term goals, who will choose you with all your baggage, with all your current situation. Because you can miss so many great candidates just because you believe she has been married before and she has history. Guess what? You also have history. You are 52 or you are 47 and never married with no kids. So if you believe that you're like the wet dream of every woman, wake up, it's not like that. Not all people, not all women will find you attractive, and it's okay. You have to look for a special lady who will choose you for who you are and who will be eager to invest your time, your heart, your energy into this relationship. I have seen so many men wasting lots of time chasing women who have never been married and who didn't have kids. And for example, a man was 52 when the first time he has contacted us, and he was chasing only ladies in their 30s, and he claimed he didn't want to date someone who was married before, etc., etc. So we didn't end up working with him, and 5-7 years later he contacts us again, and he's still single, and he hopes that we can introduce him to the same age group, to the lady in her 30s. And now when he is 57, that's totally unrealistic. I wouldn't be able to introduce him to a lady in her 30s, especially to a lady who is never married and doesn't have kids, because the age gap is huge. I simply don't know women like that. Timing is very important when it comes to dating, especially if you want to have kids, if you want to start a family. So if now you're 47 and you think that you have all the time in the world to be picky and to look for a perfect woman who not only will choose you back, or whom you will find attractive, who will find you attractive, who will share your values, long-term goals, but who will also be never married and without kids, well, you can invest lots of time into the search. And in 5 years, when you are 52, well, for many ladies in their late 30s, you will be too old. They won't even consider looking at your age group. That's reality. I'm not telling you right now that if you're 47 or 52, you can't meet someone who has never been married or who doesn't have children. I just try to explain to you that it's not always smart to limit your options that much. I know many fantastic couples. We have introduced many fantastic couples. When a gentleman in his early or middle 50s or late 40s has married a younger woman who is divorced, who had kids, and they had more kids together, and it was a win-win situation for all of them, and they live there happily ever after now, and they are beautiful couples. I want to wish you only smart choices when it comes to love. I wish you lots of love. Svetlana Mucha, especially for Diolli.com from Munich, Germany.